more days, 5 huge indicators of our economic fate. July 4th may mean a short work week, but economic worries not taking a holiday, especially on the heels of that gruesome GDP number. Key numbers on manufacturing, auto sales, and construction due tomorrow, with the jobs report expected on Thursday. Here now our very own Charlie Gasparino, along with the Wall Street Journal's Veronica Dagher, and New Oak President James Frischling. Veronica, I'll start with you. What do you expect from all these economic indicators? It's a lot to throw at people in a short week.
It's a lot to throw out in a short week. I think jobs is most important, though. What are we going to see in terms of job growth? What are we going to see in terms of wage growth? Because that's really what's going to power, if we're going to keep continuing improvement in the economy, we need to see some wage growth. So I think that's most important.
And I don't think we're going to see any of those things. I mean, it seems like we can't hit escape velocity on this, that we can't get the economy going from the stutter step to that real breakout growth period. James?
Well, there's that, the disconnect is the economy and the markets. I mean, the less robust the economy, the less aggressive the Fed is going to be. So I do think Veronica's right. The jobs market is the big number for this week, and I think it's supposed to be over 200,000. But again, the wages aren't moving up. I think there's a whole generation of people right now who are so much struggling. So again, the markets might actually be favored by a somewhat less robust economy.
Charlie?
I agree with you 95%. There's one indicator that's kind of interesting, and that's financial stocks right now. Financial stocks are trading off big time.
Right.
And what I'm saying is that's usually a harbinger that the market, usually you need the financials to keep a bull market going. When the financials recovered, we started recovering in the market back in 2009, and they are, for some reason, they're trading off now. Now, it just might be a blip, but if I'm an investor, I'm watching that because, listen, I never tell people to buy stocks. I say buy indexes, buy markets. If you want to buy this market, there has to be a correlation with financial stocks, a positive correlation.
You can't have a recovery without the financials. I agree with you on that. And actually, we've been favorable on particularly the big four.
Right.
But it's almost a perfect storm for deal making. IPOs up over 40%. M&A activity is 7-year high. Low rates, strong stock prices. So the deal flow is great. The headwinds, I think, that's hitting the financial stocks are you got a lot of litigation, you got a lot of regulation, you have compliance costs, and so you have this.
And every day you turn around and something new, whether it's this dark pool stories that we've been focused on. I mean,
although you can get through those.
I think you can get through those.
I think that stuff. That's what I'm saying. This just might be a temporary pullback. I mean, or it could be the fact that the Fed is going to have to raise interest rates at some point. And, I hear both stories from people who run the banks. Like sometimes you can hear James Gorman, who runs Morgan Stanley. He tells you, well, rates are good when they go up. I think they get some positive carry on a float of what they're keeping for their retail customers. That's why. But a lot of people in the financials don't like higher rates. It does something to deal flow and things of that nature. Obviously, people don't sell as many bonds when rates go up. I mean, there's an issue with that.
And this is going to hurt the first-time buyer. That buyer's not even in the market, so rates go up, we're going to see even less lending by those banks, and that's an issue for those.
That's been a big point of weakness. I mean, as we look to, we were talking about the data that's coming out this week. A lot of it is housing, and that has been the first-time home buyer is not in there right now, and that is leaving a big hole.
Listen, if I'm an investor, I'm looking at financials. I'm not saying sell everything. I agree with you 95% of the time. I agree with you, but just pay attention to it. If it keeps trading off, I just don't think we can keep going up.
GoPro enjoying yet another day of extreme gains. Speaking of stocks going up about 10% today. The little camera that could yet to see a day in the red since its Thursday debut. You can't talk this one down. Look at that, another 10%. James, would you buy this?
I don't want to challenge it, but these disruptors that are coming out in these incredibly high valuations, and I can't even figure out if it's a technology company or a software company.
It's a really cool camera that my kids like to put on everything. So I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know what the big deal is.
So I'm going frothy, and I'm not a buyer.
He's gonna. I love that video. I can't see that enough because that's one of those moments. I watched it live as he did that. I'm like, you're gonna really regret having done that to camera later.
What do you mean by that?
It's a cool. I mean, it's an action camera. You mount it on your head, on your bike, on your surfboard or whatever, and then you do some sort of crazy stunt, and it gets an incredible shot of it. And everybody uses one technology. It was used originally in the military. They put it everywhere. I was on an aircraft carrier in the Middle East, and they had them out on every weapon so that if they engaged the enemy at some point, they would have a record of who fired first. I mean, they're indestructible. Everybody uses them. It is a phenomenal technology, but so far it's a one-trick pony. That's what's taking this video here. It's incredible. It's phenomenal. It's waterproof. I mean, you see it doing all these things. But it is at the end of the day a camera.
And how big is the market? You know, what's
how many do you need? And they're hundreds of dollars.
Right, hundreds of dollars. So what's to stop a lower cost competitor from coming in, building the same thing and making it much better?
That's not an easy technology to build.
That's how they've gone this far. Yeah.
They're trying to capture the experience.
That would be the whole. If I'm looking at this stock, I'm saying to myself, is this a technology I could commoditize? Because it is a fun gimmick to have if you're into sports and stuff. But can you commoditize?
I think you can.
Well, you got to find that out before you sell it.
All right, so it's a good thing to be Jay-Z. It's a good thing he's a pretty secure guy because it's Beyonce, not Hova, who's topping the Forbes list of the most powerful celebrities. Did you guys see this one?
Who's Hova?
Yeah.
Hova is Jay-Z.
Like
that's his name. You know, Hova. Hova. Yeah.
Good for Beyonce.
That's what he does. Yeah, I've been to like 10 concerts.
I thought
That's what you do the whole.
Wait, I thought his name was Jay-Z.
That's it. I'm not doing it again.
His name is not Jay-Z.
It is Jay-Z, but this was like, you know, his gangsta name, and so
she
that's
works harder than him, though. I mean, you could see how many concerts she did. Like, I don't know, a ridiculous amount of concerts last year.
Yeah.
She did like half the amount. So
Plus, look at her. She's Beyonce.
Working it. Yeah, she's working it.
Nobody manages their brands better than that combination.
They're brilliant.
They are companies, and they manage it very well.
They are phenomenal. Also on the list, our very own Sean Hannity. Very impressive. Yes, making. So this is most powerful
Hannity,
celebrities.
Next time I see Hannity,
hit him up for a loan. Just ask him.
He's buying.
Hannity was on the list. Also, I mean, another interesting one. Ryan Seacrest, right? He was the host with the most for how long? But now he has such a huge empire.
He's diversified.
Owns the Kardashians. He owns so many shows out there. I mean, he's really more than a pretty face.
So he's.
Hannity is powerful, influential, and well, the show's called Money, so I can say, and he's also raking in the ka-ching.
He's doing okay.
Yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. All right.
Fair from a guy from Long Island, huh?
The roller coaster rolls on after blazing up the downloading charts. Messaging app Yo suffering a sudden downturn. Wah, wah. Poor Yo. I mean, so they go after they get hacked. They moved all the way up to #1. Like that made them more desirable. And then they just sort of trickled down. Has anyone here at the table downloaded Yo yet?
No.
I'm planning on that.
I have not downloaded. I did check my crack team of teens and 20-something-year-olds, and the answer was it's cute, it's funny, but no. Not going to happen, not going to work.
I don't understand this one. The other one, call me old. I get the camera as you're skiing, if you're working, doing whatever, right?
Yeah.
Extreme sports.
I'm not going to call you old because I want you to come back tomorrow.
Right.
But yes, go ahead.
This one I don't get.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I think
I want to buy the 138 more characters, get to 140, and I see Twitter. They're missing a lot of characters.
I think this technology can be replicated.
I think it can be replicated, and that's the problem. There was already Hey, you know, we made up some last week. No. Yes, there was Hey. We were thinking of some other ones. I like somebody said No, which was great.
That's a good one.
How about that?
All right, we've got some breaking news. We are learning that President Obama is getting ready to deliver a statement on immigration reform. This is from the White House. It's going to be at 2:50, so we're going to bring that to you live. So 2:50 today, the president talking about immigration. We're just hearing that. We're going to bring it to you live. Thanks to all of you. Appreciate it.